welcome back to The Movie Pod. My name is Isaac, I'm the host here, and I'm joined by my co-host, Joseph. How you going, Joseph? You having a good day, buddy?
Yeah, I think I'm coming down with a cold, but besides
Yeah.
that, I think I'm good.
It is flu season here in Australia. It's winter, and yeah, there's sickness going around. I was sick a few weeks ago, and I've still got a little bit of a cold. It's not good, but you know what we've got to look forward to? 4 weeks today, and Ahsoka comes out. 4 weeks until Ahsoka. It's insane. It's came around so goddamn quick. I remember when there was 80 days until Ahsoka, when there was 70 days, and we are just like 27 days away or something like that. It's crazy. The hype is really starting to feel, but there's no promotion for the show. Like, we're not getting any TV spots. We're not getting any little clips. So it is quite disappointing. But the hype is still here, and I'm so excited for Ahsoka. 1 month, 4 weeks today. Now, we will be talking about Star Wars today. Surprise, surprise. And we'll actually be talking about The Acolyte. Yeah, we did an episode talking about how we are going to despite this show. We're not going to watch it because of Leslie Headland, the creator and showrunner of this show. But there's quite massive information that has came out, and we need to cover it because it is massive. It is massive. It is crazy. And if this is true, I might have to watch the show. I will have to watch the show if this is true. I think I will. By the time The Acolyte comes out, after seeing the trailers, I think I will probably bring myself to wanting to watch the show. Because it's lightsaber heavy. It's really Star Warsy, and it's focusing on the bad guys. It's focusing on the Sith, a show I really, really want. And it's a shame, it's got all these cool elements, all these cool Star Wars elements, and it's just a shame that you've got members of the cast and the creator of the show speaking down on George Lucas on the prequel, saying he was misogynistic. And so it's a shame you have those people creating this epic show. And if they do pull it off, props to them. But I won't be ever able to respect Leslie Headland because of what she said about George Lucas and the prequels and some of the decisions he made.
Surely. Yeah, I figured it out. And I do not promote this. I'm just saying this is a potential idea. If you don't want to watch it on Disney Plus,
pirate it.
Yeah, there are sites.
I mean, a lot of people are starting to
allegedly.
So,
there are sites in which you can watch things.
So, because of the actors' strike and the writers' strike going on right now, a lot of people are trying to get everybody to cancel their streaming service subscriptions and just pirate everything. So then it will show the studios that, hey, you better pay your actors or your writers, otherwise we're not going to support your studio. So I don't think I'm not going to say anything here. I'm not going to say pirate or don't pirate. Do whatever you want, especially in a time like this when the actors are on strike, the writers are on strike. But if they weren't on strike, I would probably say don't pirate. But I'm not going to say anything right now. You guys can do whatever you want. I can't control anyone. Whatever you do, that's your decision. I'm not enforcing anything. Obviously, pirating is illegal.
We're only saying this for informational purposes.
Yeah. This is informational purposes only. Pirating is very heavily illegal. You can get viruses from it. So many bad things can go wrong from pirating. So whatever you do, that's up to you. We're not promoting it. We are not saying go and pirate. No, that's not what we're saying. You can do whatever you want, but it's not our fault because we didn't even tell you to go pirate. Anyway, just clear that up. Don't want to get in legal trouble. So yes, you guys see that title. Okay, let's just jump right into it. Let's cut to the chase. Keanu Reeves has been leaked to be in The Acolyte, potentially playing Darth Revan. Now, oh my god, they're finally gonna make Darth Revan canon and part of Disney canon, I'll say. Now, a quick backstory on Revan. Revan was a Jedi, and then he turned to the dark side. He became a Sith. He got his mind wiped, and then became a Jedi again. When he was a Sith, he had a purple lightsaber and a red lightsaber. One of the coolest Siths to ever live. One of the coolest characters to ever ever. One of the coolest Star Wars characters, and I think if we finally get Revan on the screen, he could make my top 10 because we only get him in the games, in like the Knights of the Old Republic stuff, KOTOR, and then like the comics and books. Right, he has a cool ass story, and I've always wanted them to make a live action Star Wars Old Republic trilogy based off Revan. Revan gets his own trilogy, his own 3 movies. I think that'd be sick. And if they introduce him into the Acolyte, obviously he's not alive at the Acolyte. It's past his time. He's Old Republic. Acolyte is 100 years set before the Phantom Menace begins. And maybe because this show is focused on the dark side users and the Sith, what if a character, I don't know, maybe like Darth Plagueis is playing around with the Sith holocron. He opens it, and there's a Darth Revan hologram in the Sith holocron. I would go crazy.
And it's Keanu Reeves.
It's Revan. So it's Keanu Reeves as Revan. Revan's there speaking, right? And Plagueis or another character, dark side character, is trying to get information from it. Revan's talking, and then he has his mask on, but then he takes his mask off, and it's Keanu Reeves underneath. We would go crazy. So Keanu Reeves has been fan casted to play Darth Revan for so damn long. Just like how Rosario Dawson was fan casted to play Ahsoka Tano back in 2015, 2016, when the sequels were coming out. And then obviously she became Ahsoka Tano herself in 2020, The Mandalorian season 2, and now she's getting her own show in 4 weeks. So if this is true, I'm really praying they're true. So the first report came from Giant Freaking Robot, and I joked in an episode we did yesterday, I'm pretty sure, about how the room is. I just joked about it. I'm like, oh yeah, Darth Revan's coming in, the Acolyte played by Keanu Reeves. I joked about it because Giant Freaking Robot was the source that leaked it, and they are not reliable at all. They are not reliable, Giant Freaking Robot. They just want clicks, but so many other sources now, like Forbes is the main one. They get everything right. Forbes is so trustworthy. They reported that Keanu Reeves make a cameo in the show. Now, they don't mention Revan, but they say Keanu Reeves makes a cameo in Star Wars The Acolyte coming out in 2024. And obviously it's got to be Revan, right? That we have wanted that forever, and it's sent to show it all makes sense. I really hope they don't waste this potential.
Disney know...
Yeah, they do.
We also have like the fan casting, so they're not going to give us the guy who we've been fan casting for however long, and then be like, it's not this character.
Yeah, exactly.
He's playing a different
character. It would be very wasted potential.
It is.
Now, the Acolyte, Disney just spent $50 million on the Acolyte in post-production, which is goddamn crazy. The last time they did that was Rogue One.
How much did, say, Obi-Wan have?
They had a post-production, a post-production budget of $11 million.
Oh my
Acolyte
gosh.
has quadrupled that.
Jesus.
So, maybe they're going all out with the Sith holocron thing, and that's my theory. Is that, a character opens a Sith holocron, because Revan isn't technically alive at this time, unless it's a flashback or a hologram, which would be sick, and then it, gets us hyped for a potential Revan movie, TV show trilogy. It better be a trilogy, because they cast Revan, that most likely means they are going to make a Revan project. TV show or movie. It's got to be the movie. It's got to be a movie. So this is wild. This is crazy. And, I've said what I've said about Leslie Headland. I don't like her. Because of what she said about George Lucas and stuff like that. You guys can go check out our episode.
Unnecessarily attacking.
That. Yeah, she unnecessarily attacked.
No matter whoever it is that's throwing accusations at somebody who you've had no business with.
Yeah.
Throwing accusations to.
Yeah.
Like,
literally
I doubt they've ever had a conversation.
The creator of the galaxy you are making content in right now and getting paid to film. The guy that scored you basically this job. If he never created Star Wars, you wouldn't be having this job creating the Acolyte right now. I do think she seems like a genuine fan. She does seem like she knows what Star Wars is.
She's talking about.
She does, yeah. So I am hyped for the Acolyte because of what concept it is. Focus on the dark side. It's focused on Sith users. It's dark side users. It's focused on Sith. So I think that's so goddamn epic. It's what I've wanted forever, and we're finally getting it. I just don't like the creator, the showrunner of the series. But I still think it could be a very, very cool show, and props to them if they pull it off. But we'll have to wait till 2024 probably will come out like January to March in 2024. Bob Iger said. So this is goddamn crazy, and I am really, really excited for it. I've been excited for the Acolyte. I just been skeptical about it because of what some of the cast members have said. They've said Star Wars has all been men power, and in the Acolyte the women shine. Yeah, gal power. That's literally what she said on stage at Celebration. And then some comments. What's her name? Leslie Headland made. We weren't all over that. But then it's got, the guy from Squid Game in it, which is so goddamn sick. That's crazy. It's got the new guy that plays Chewbacca playing a Wookiee Jedi. So it could be very, very cool. And if Keanu Reeves is in it as Revan, I would lose my freaking mind. And so will so many other people. Been waiting for this forever, Revan to come into live action, and we're gonna go wild. That's basically it about this news, and I really hope it's true. I genuinely do. It'd just be sick, and it could open. It basically will confirm that Revan is getting his own kind of movie or show. They've casted an actor for him. They've shown us him in live action, and then maybe they look at some of the criticism we say. Maybe they don't get his helmet right or whatever, and so maybe they fix that for his movie or TV show. Maybe they're introducing him in this just to see how the fans react. I know Lucasfilm don't really listen to the fans, but you never know. I every day I wake up with hope that Lucasfilm is in a better direction, but that I don't think that will happen until KK's out of there. but hey, I don't know. That's it. I just wanted to make this quick episode. We wanted to make this quick episode talking about this because it is quite goddamn crazy. And when Giant Freaking Robot reported it, I just laughed at it and then kept scrolling. But then today, Forbes reported and a ton of other very reliable sources report it. And I believe it now. I do believe it. And if it is true, then I think Giant Freaking Robot will get a lot more credibility. Yeah. So, do I hope it's true. But we'll have to wait until probably about 6, 7, 8 months, which will go quick. I remember when Ahsoka was 6, 7, 8 months away. And look at this, we're nearly here.
But these last 4 weeks are going to take forever.
They will. I mean, I've got a lot happening. I've got something on every single Wednesday till Ahsoka comes out. Next Wednesday, I'm directing a bunch of kids to make a movie at my school. Same with the Wednesday after. The next Wednesday, we go on our trip, and then the next Wednesday, it's Ahsoka. So I really feel like it's going to go quick. I've got a ton on, so my Wednesdays are filled up, and I just can't wait. I cannot wait. And as I've said many times before, as many other people have said, Ahsoka will be Star Wars' make or break. Theory has said if it's bad, if it bombs, if it is terrible, then he's not covering any more Disney Star Wars.
I don't think it'll be terrible.
I just can't see it being terrible. I just can't see it. Dave Filoni's character that he created, Dave Filoni being the creator of the show, I think that's enough to give me so much hype and hope.
The only thing I can see it being is anticlimactic. I don't think it will be bad. It'll just be anticlimactic, kind of like season 3 of The Mando. It won't be bad. It won't be awful. It'll just be anticlimactic or boring or just uneventful.
As Ahsoka gets closer, screenings are starting to happen. We'll get a critic score soonish. And so
that'll be the make or break. That'll be
that.
If I'm excited or not.
There's been lots of leaks. Leaks have started to surface the internet. I've managed to stay away from most of them, or most of them. I've heard of one, but I feel like people took it out of context. People do that a lot on the internet. It was basically...
Funny that.
It's not too big of a spoiler. I think I can say it. I don't... Yeah.
Is it that spoiler you almost saw the other day?
No, it's not. So the ending of Ahsoka got spoiled. I just scrolled straight past that. I didn't read it. Thank God. Because if the ending gets spoiled, then well, that's a shame. The whole show will. I'll know what's happening.
Yep.
Apparently, now guys, if you don't want these spoilers, this is nothing big, and I really think people have taken this out of proportion. I really think people just exaggerate it. But if you don't want to know, just skip like a minute ahead. But I genuinely don't think it's big. Too big of a deal. Just because I don't think it's actually it. I feel like people have just took it out of proportion. Apparently, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to say it. Apparently, Ahsoka introduces the multiverse into Star Wars.
It makes sense. The world between worlds.
It makes sense with the world between worlds, but Dave Filoni has said himself that the world between his worlds isn't a multiverse, and it's just a place in the galaxy where it echoes every single event. It could.
There could be like a little back room where there's like a...
I feel like it wouldn't be a proper multiverse. I feel like... Because when Ahsoka looks through the portals and stuff, I feel like she's going to walk past one of the portals in the world between worlds and see like her fighting Anakin on Mustafar instead of Obi-Wan. I feel like it's more of a what-if scenario on what if Ahsoka didn't leave the Order, then she would have fought Anakin. I don't think it's a full other universe. That's just my take on it.
I think they would have gone together. I don't think one of them would have just gone. I think they would have gone together to convince them to come back.
Yeah.
Do you think... Actually, no, well, mathematically, if Ahsoka and Obi-Wan went, mathematically, they both took a side each. So they would have been able to bring her back?
Maybe if Ahsoka was there, Ahsoka would have went to fight Anakin, and then maybe Obi-Wan went with Yoda to fight Sidious. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or Obi-Wan and Ahsoka go fight Anakin. But yeah, then again, I don't think it will introduce the multiverse. That will either bring the multiverse. Just be
too much.
Bringing the multiverse into Star Wars will change every single thing. It has the ability to retcon everything. It obviously, episode 1 to 6 can't be retconned. That's in the contract. When Disney bought it, they cannot change anything about 1 to 6. Even though I wish George Lucas put in that contract that they can't change anything like the Clone Wars as well, because they did retcon lots of stuff about the Clone Wars. Qui-Gon's Force Ghost and Kenobi and stuff. But they cannot change the events of episode 1 to 6.
If Obi-Wan was flawless, if Obi-Wan was good, but they still had that in there, I'd actually still hate the show.
Okay, seeing Qui-Gon again was amazing, and I love it. It just breaks canon. That's how I feel about Qui-Gon's Force Ghost. It's annoying because it breaks canon, and I hate it when things break canon, but it was really wholesome to see Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon again. But
yeah, sure.
That was it. I'm annoyed that it broke canon. But it wasn't as big of a deal, even though it is a very big deal, because then why doesn't he show up in OT trilogy? The reason they made Qui-Gon not be able to become a Force Ghost is so that fills that gap on why he's not in the OT trilogy. But anyway, that's all. Keanu Reeves coming to Star Wars The Acolyte. It's big, it's crazy, and we'll find out what kind of role he has in January, February, or March next year. He'll come around quick. And yeah, anyway, we'll see you all in the next episode here on The Movie Pod. My name's Isaac, joined by Joseph. And yeah, see you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.